Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've posted. It's been really crazy the last month and a half, and I try to post 2 times every week, and I think I can get back into the groove of things. I've got a ton of cool videos to make, a big backlog of stuff, so I'm hoping to keep things going and keep giving you guys cool stuff to check out. So just to get right into it, I've got a Jupyter notebook here that I am using to just give me a quick report on the packages that are in our scripts, that are being used in our scripts, compared to the packages to our standard library packages. 'Cause I want to see like how much we use of each of those standard packages, and if there's some that I can clean up potentially. The reason why I want to do that is because we had like 30 plus packages, and it was just causing issues searching and just loading those libraries, and then also managing them. So with this, I can just get a report and then clean them up really quickly and figure out which ones we can remove, or maybe we're using one node from one package. If so, then let's just figure out what that is and recreate it in our own library so that we can remove that. So this is the Jupyter notebook, and I want to show you real quick. So in Revit, I created this script, very basic, but it has a DLR group node as an example, just so that we can see it in the text file. So if I open up this is the actual DYN, and you can see kind of what's in it. What we care about is the library, the node library dependencies. So I may have scrolled past it. Yep, there it is. Okay, so this is what we care about right here. We just want to get this information. And actually, just for the heck of it, what I want to do is just add one more node to this. I'm going to reopen up this txt file. Oh, sorry, I mean DYN file. And then make sure bin morph nodes are there and we can see it. And so this is pretty much going to work as just one big dictionary. If you're not familiar with dictionaries, check them out because they are super powerful and can be used for many different things. And then for this workflow, you can customize what I'm about to show you. You can download this Jupyter notebook. Just check out below. You can get into my OneDrive and just download it along with many other things and from other videos. So feel free to check that out. It's all free. So this is what we want to report back. All we care about is the names, because we won't know how often this stuff is being used. So if I jump back into Jupyter Notebook, alright, so we're going to import the JSON and OS file. The JSON one is going to be used right here when we actually create our dictionary. You can see it here as well. So if we run this here, this will report back all of our files. This goes into subfolders as well. So this will give us all our file paths to all our DYNs. This is pointing to DLR Group's final 2020 folder. We split it up by year so that we can be our scripts can be more reliable. If somebody opens up something in 2022, it works. There's some management to it, but I think it's worth it. So run this and then check the length. You can see here that there's 83 in that folder. Down here is just a cleanup that just cleans up anything that doesn't have DYN at the end of it. And then this here is just, I'm gonna run this as an example, but down here is where we actually loop through all of them. But I want to show you kind of what's in there. So we've created this Dynamo variable, which we can check the type real quick. You can see here it's a dictionary. So what we can do with that is we can check the available keys. And so you can see all the available keys. And what we care about the most is this node library one. And what we can do is change that to Git. And then put node library there, run that, and then now we have pretty much another dictionary, or a list of dictionaries. And so what we can do from here, if we want the name, is we can loop through that. So we can say for I in dynamo.get node library dependencies. We can pretty much do the same thing for I. We can do I.get name, and then what I'm going to do there is just print this real quick, just so you guys can see. So there's this one script, okay, and then these are all the packages that are being used by that one script. What we're going to do below is we're going to loop through a whole bunch of scripts and then just append all of them into one big list. And then we're just going to cross-check that list with the list of standard library or standard packages that we use to see how often we use each of those packages. So I'll run that. You can check the length here. So we've got 185. This here will actually report back the scripts that didn't pass, and the reason or didn't have the node library dependencies, and the reason why is because they're either scripts that don't have any packages, but they also could be older scripts. So if you have 2018, 2017, 2019 scripts, I found that if you open them in 2020, it'll actually update that with the packages. But I think it was before they had the view extension that showed you the list of packages in the file. And so if you just open it in 2020, save it, you can then report back. But I haven't been able to figure out like versions within DYNs to be able to distinguish between old scripts and then scripts with no packages. I guess I could potentially parse through it and figure out if it has any custom nodes, and then if it does, then it probably is an old script. If it doesn't, no script. And that's why I say, like, if you like this workflow, if you understand dictionaries, you can really customize this and do some cool things with it, I think, and have like a report that you could run and check every so often when you're trying to manage Dynamo. So install packages here. This is just going to get a list of all the packages that we use in DLR groups. So 2.3, and that's this here. You can see these are all the packages we use currently. So 23, and so down here, what this will do is, because all this does is reports the directory, and that directory just has folders in it. That's it. And then all this does is it goes through the install packages, which is these here, and then it just counts. It just checks. So it does count packages dot append. So it appends this here to this list, and it takes I, which is the package name, plus just this dash, plus string all packages dot count. So this just counts how many times a specific, so like this package shows up in the all package list, which is this list right here, the one that's 185. And so it just checks how many times they pop up there. And then at the end of this, if we run this, we get a nice list that can tell us that, hey, ampersand isn't being used at all. Maybe we should remove this library, or maybe we should figure out, a better way to leverage this. We can see the packages we're using the most of. We can see here, landform, we're only using it once in one script. And maybe it's a script that, maybe it's a node that we can easily recreate, and then remove this entirely. So it just allows us to report back and quickly understand how we're leveraging the different packages. And I think it's definitely a very customizable thing as well, because as you saw, there's a lot of stuff in the DYN file that you can pull out and parse and use to report on. I found this really helpful because I was able to clean it up. Like I mentioned before, we had like 30 plus libraries, and you can see now that we have 23 of them. And so that kind of helps with managing all those packages, but also lags when it comes to searching for stuff. So there you go. Hopefully this helps you if you're into this or if you're trying to manage Dynamo. Let me know if you have any questions or better workflows. I would love to hear different ideas. And then also definitely check out the OneDrive. Feel free to just download whatever and use it however way you want. I'm going to remove the paths and just replace this with like string or something, so you need to put something there. Oh, and the reason why this one has an R before it is because that just means raw. So it's reading in the raw strings, or this raw string. Up here you can see that the slashes are the other way around. Another option too is to do double backslashes, and that'll accomplish that. So just wanted to point that out if you saw that and was confused by it. I could delete that and make those all forward slashes, and it'll work fine. But anyways, feel free to download this. Also, check out the Discord channel. That is totally free as well. It has a whole bunch of people in there. There's a lot of different channels. I think we have 214 members. We've got 2 bots, and we've got a bunch of different channels. So feel free to jump in there and ask questions, post cool stuff, whatever, and just share with the community. I'm hoping for it to just focus kind of around BIM and data science stuff. So like AEC data, really focus on that and building a community around that. So anyways, feel free to join that. The link is also below, along with the OneDrive. And thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to posting some more videos in the coming weeks. And so, I'll see you guys then. Thanks.